Hey, look who it is.
Yes.
It's Mobile Instinct. Getting some Thai food at Madam Siam.
From what I hear, it's good, but has some, we'll say, moist history.
Yeah, we got a problem over here. So, first week of November 2019, 48 or 49-year-old Heidi Van Tassel went to this lovely little Thai restaurant downstairs right here, and she wanted to get herself a little bit of Thai with her boyfriend and her friend, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now this place is fine. It's great. It had good reviews. We think it's closed now.
Yeah, we won't be eating any pad Thai, well, at least here.
Yeah. But the real story happened after.
Yeah, so what happened? They were done eating, and I'm gonna guess that the food was pretty good.
I'm gonna assume that she walked down here. Her car was parked pretty much right there, or somewhere right here.
Yeah, she was on the street. She was just getting in her car. She kissed her boyfriend goodbye, I guess. And as she was getting in her car, a crazed, lunatic, homeless man who apparently had a bucket of diarrhea. Now, he grabs this woman as she's parked right here. She's literally within probably 3 cars of where we're at right now. He grabs her and he starts to drag her into the street. And as he's dragging her, she's trying to fight him off. But this guy, he has the strength of 3 mentally ill men. And he grabs a bucket of diarrhea and proceeds to pour it. Well, what happened after he poured it all over her face?
I think she quoted saying hot diarrhea.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Now November in Los Angeles is not gonna be a very warm day, but that diarrhea was fermenting in his homeless encampment, not very far from where we're currently at right now. And he proceeded to pour this warm, liquidy excrement on top of her head. The diarrhea went into her hair, into her eyes, over her eyelashes, into the corners and crevices of her mouth, down in her dress, into her nether regions, and everybody is just observing this crazy homeless person pour diarrhea on her. So he pours it out, and
I can't even imagine that.
He empties the bucket. Now, how long do you think it would take you to make this bucket of, if you had to? Let's just say
that's quite an achievement.
I give him credit because you want to use it up. It's like saving money. You know, you want to use it, but you're saving it for a...
Or was it a collective effort?
Good observation, sir. Yeah, maybe he got the whole gang.
Is this a conspiracy? Have the police looked into this enough?
Why was this woman targeted?
I think it's a hate crime.
What did she do to them?
A diarrhea hate crime.
Apparently. So it looks like this man who has been identified as a schizophrenic homeless transient, his name is Jeer Blessings. Yes. I think that's a made-up name.
Yeah, probably. It sounds made up.
So I guess apparently Jeer and his friends, they were playing a game of hotbox, but instead of doing what you're normally supposed to do, they were doing the other kind of hotbox. Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, so they saved up all their diarrhea. And he was the man, he was on the mission.
Yes.
So they sent him with this bucket of warm, creamy.
He drew the short straw.
Yeah, he was the one, he was the martyr of this mission.
Absolutely.
So what did you call this that she has now after this horrific story?
Well, she was saying how she's scarred from this.
She has what she refers to as poopy PTSD. Now, getting past the part of the story where it's not funny, but it's it's funny in a disgusting way. This was very traumatic to this lady.
I mean, it's funny, but when you really think about it, it's really disgusting.
Yeah, so Jir Blessings was found in his encampment, and he was quickly apprehended and arrested and charged with some kind of assault for this. And he was put away in some kind of a mental hospital for a couple months, but they released him because he's better now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he won't be doing that again, right?
How did they identify this man? Was there any analysis done?
Well, you see, here's the funny thing. You can't find a picture of him. You can't find a video of what took place.
Okay.
See, when stories like this happen, they don't want it to be to get leaked out, no pun intended. But they don't want people to be scared to come down here to experience what Hollywood is all about, which is a disgusting hovel of a place. This is where I grew up, out here, riding my skateboard up and down this area. And so, did you just try to hold my hand?
Did you just
try to hold my hand?
It was registered.
Hey, why don't you wait until we stop recording?
It was
for all
registering in my mind that we just briefly touched hands, and that's.
Hey, you should consider yourself lucky. So basically, this guy gets put away for a couple months. He's released, and she said that she will never forget his face
or his smell,
or his aroma,
his bodily.
The paramedics treated her they hooked up a fire hose to a hydrant.
Did they really?
And they hosed her off in the street.
Why?
I'm not joking.
How much time would that have taken, though?
I don't know.
Would you not be running into a restaurant's bathroom and just cleaning your face out, cleaning your eyes out, and your mouth?
I think when you have gallons of human excrement all over you, I think you're just kind of over it.
You think she just froze?
I think she was just like, what are you going to do? You got a bunch of human feces on you.
Yeah.
So after they hosed her down, because you're not going to allow this woman into your vehicle, would you give her a ride to the hospital?
Probably not. She might have to walk for that one.
Call her an Uber?
Yeah, I might. Yeah. I just.
Sorry, honey. Would you let her use the phone to call for help?
Maybe speakerphone from a couple feet away.
Yeah.
But that's she's walking. Unfortunately. Do you think she got rid of those clothes, or do you think she has worn that outfit again?
Well, I've seen her Instagram. She likes to take pictures of herself. She's very fond of, very enamored with herself. But I don't think she kept those clothes. I don't think she was taking selfies that day. Maybe she's kind of held off on the whole selfie thing or whatever. This is what happens when you allow the mentally ill
that dude,
to
he was
run
right
amok.
here.
Yeah, I think this guy that was.
He was filming right here, or laying right here.
Life happens.
Wow.
This isn't life. This isn't normal.
So anyways.
Yeah, anyways. There is life outside of Los Angeles, and it's normal.
Get that.
See, look at that. Jir Blessings was here. Jeez Louise. And you see people like that, they normalize this kind of behavior. She was going to say life happens. No, it doesn't. Life does not happen like that.
That man was laying directly in
there
the
was a man
sidewalk.
laying right there, and then they told him to leave, and he gets mad, and he busts the window open. He was laying right there where that belt is. He just busts the window. Oh, but life happens, right? Life happens? Is that the excuse everybody? Yeah, life happens, guys.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so the paramedics, they were, conversing amongst themselves as to how this bucket was saved up. And of course, that is exactly what happens here in Hollywood.
You let we can find that guy.
Mental illness is let run loose.
And that's the thing. We walked around that guy a couple times.
Yeah.
Looking for this location. You never know. This mental illness, if someone could have been stepping over that guy and pissed him off.
And he does it.
He's crazy enough to get up and smash that window like that.
Yeah, then he's crazy enough to get a bucket of poop and pour it all over yourself. I just ran into you on the street. We've seen a little bit of homeless violence. You told me you were in a street fight not too long ago.
Right, last year, just up the street here on Yucca at a local ramen restaurant, just picking up food.
What happened?
Just walked out and a couple guys started, talking shit to me and interacting, asking me what I was doing around here, and I said I live here. And then I started walking away, and then some guy pushed me on the back, and then I turned around, and then we just got involved and started squabbling, and then we had to take it down right to the floor, down to the street, and then just got ugly. And then I finally gained ground, and I ended up with like 10 stitches, 10 staples in the back of my head because I hit the ground, but then popped back up, and then we just got scrambling and running around. And
you fought 2 guys by yourself?
Yeah. But I mean, as small as I am, I just got the scrabbles on. And then it just got really bloody and ugly. And then finally, some storekeepers actually came in and stopped it right over on Yucca and Cahuenga. And
you said that you've lived here for
20 years, yeah.
And you're from West LA originally.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I was telling you that this is not normal, like how that lady was like, oh, it's just, living here. No, it's not just anything. This is not normal.
No, this is totally abnormal. I grew up here. I went to UCLA. I went to law school in Michigan. I'm actually a teacher. And I'm walking on the streets every day here, so it's really intense. And the violence here comes from the street. It's not really the people that live here.
No, of course not. No, this is a normal city, but when you allow mental illness to exist, and then they all seem to congregate.
It's unchecked here, so there's a lot of homeless people in the local parks, a lot of drug usage. The streets are extremely dirty and dangerous, just the streets themselves physically, with just everything.
I left here in 2000. When did you notice, from being from here, the year that things started getting really bad with the homeless?
Really, it's been here the whole time. I mean, I've been here almost really since 2000, but in the last, since about a couple years pre-COVID, but since during COVID and after, it's been really intense. There's just been no check on it lately. So it's really intense. There's a school right up the street right there. And it's just within this two block area north and south of Hollywood Boulevard. They just need to have more activity. There's no police here ever. So I'm actually a director of a local international college down the street, right near the YMCA. And we have people climbing the walls and sleeping inside our central lounge areas and stuff for our students, like a dorm.
Last question, what do you think should be done with the homeless problem? If you were in charge, what would you do?
I don't really know the answer. I mean, I just think there has to be more. There's a lot of assistance here. I think what happens here is there's so much assistance that people coagulate here because they know there's the assistance. So maybe if you spread out the assistance to areas that don't have it available, it would disperse the homelessness to the areas that have available assistance instead of located right in Center City in these areas. Plus, it's a high tourist flow. They just have to clean it up, have more presence for everybody.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, that concludes the video. It's trashed. We are out of here. Look at all these RVs. These RVs were not allowed to be on the street last time I was in LA. All of a sudden they let them come out here. Some of these have solar panels.